In his quest for power with the Boston Red Sox, Larry Lucchino reminds me of an NFL owner whose team and management style I know very well. Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox in Major League Baseball. One of the biggest problems with the Boston Red Sox this year has been the constant meddling and influence of President and CEO Larry Lucchino. He's the guy responsible for bringing Bobby Valentine to this team when General Manager Ben Cherington did not want to hire him as manager. His choice was Dale Swaim, who ended up in Chicago with the Cubs. And if you look at Lucchino's meddling with this team this year, it's one of the big reasons why they've struggled so much and had so much inner turmoil. It reminds me of the Dallas Cowboys very much. And I am a fan of the Cowboys, and Lucchino's actions remind me of Jerry Jones's actions as the owner of the Cowboys. But there's one big significant difference. Jerry Jones owns the Dallas Cowboys, and he has a right to do whatever he wants with that team, good or bad. And I don't happen to agree with most of the moves Jerry Jones has made for the Cowboys since he let Jimmy Johnson go as coach. He does not know how to procure talent for a football team. He should get a real general manager and let that guy do the job. But the bottom line is he owns the team, so he has a right to make the decisions he makes. Larry Lucchino does not own the Boston Red Sox, and people got to remember that. He's part of the ownership group, but he is not the principal owner. John Henry is. Lucchino is president and CEO. Now, he's basically been given free rein by Henry to make baseball decisions, but Henry's got to realize that this clashes with the philosophy of Ben Cherington, his appointed general manager. Cherington is a disciple of Theo Epstein, and this is the second general manager now that Lucchino has undermined. Epstein finally had enough and decided he was going to leave Boston and go work in peace with the Chicago Cubs. And now that Cherington's here, Lucchino thinks he can meddle in his affairs, and it has not been a good tonic for the Red Sox this season. John Henry needs to step up and tell Lucchino, yes, you're the president of this team, and you've brought a lot to the table in this ownership group, but the state of the team right now dictates that Ben Cherington, as GM, needs to be given a chance to imprint his style on this ball club and see if it works. Because obviously what's happening with Lucchino is not working, starting with them bringing Bobby Valentine to manage this club, which, as we can see right now, has been an unmitigated disaster. Lucchino seems to think he's a Jerry Jones type, but he forgets one thing. He doesn't sign the checks, and he has no right to go meddling in the affairs of the general manager's office. Just because he's team president doesn't mean he's got a right to make personnel and managerial decisions. And John Henry needs to step up and make that crystal clear to Lucchino in the days ahead if this Red Sox franchise has a chance to recover in the offseason and do the right thing for a good blueprint for 2013. So what do you guys think? As you look at Larry Lucchino and his actions this year and the things that you've read in the press, do you think that he thinks he's another Jerry Jones and has a right to run this team in his own image? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.